Donald Trump is terrified that people are going to start thinking, which they already do, that he is slipping cognitively. So, during a rally in South Carolina last week, Donald Trump said that all of those mental gaffes, saying that Obama's the president, saying that Nikki Haley was in charge on January 6th, he says that that is totally intentional, right? He's just being sarcastic, and the media, they are the ones misconstruing every mistake he makes, because Trump does not make mistakes. Oh, God, no. He does things, everything, intentionally. Which, by the way, I'm sure that would be an interesting argument for you to bring up in court, by the way. Like, we didn't make a mistake with the accounting, it's all intentional. Yeah, we know. Anyway, here is what Donald Trump told his cult-like followers in South Carolina last week. Starts off talking about the media. These are very dishonest people. When I say Barack Hussein Obama is the president of the United States, meaning there's a lot of control there because the one guy can't put two sentences together. So I say Barack Hussein Obama. Remember Rush? He used to go Barack Hussein Obama. He'd go Barack Hussein Obama. But he did that. Rush. Do we miss Rush? Yes. Okay, before I go on, let me just go ahead and say, you're like, yeah, that guy can't string two sentences together. And then you go off on a tangent. Like, remember Rush Limbaugh? Like, he used to say a thing. That was kind of fun, right? You guys, you remember Rush? He's dead. Nothing of value was lost. But Trump continues. But when I say that Obama is the president of our country, they go. He doesn't know that this is Biden. He doesn't know. So it's very hard to be sarcastic. When I interpose, because I'm not a Nikki fan and I'm not a Pelosi fan, and when I purposely interpose those names, they said he didn't know Pelosi from Nikki from Tricky. Nikki, Tricky, Dicky. He didn't know. I interpose and they make a big deal of it. I said, no, I think they both stink. They have something in common, they both say. I'm going to read you that part again. So it's very hard to be sarcastic. When I interpose, because I'm not a fan of Nikki and I'm not a Pelosi fan, and when I purposely interpose names, they said he didn't know Pelosi from Nikki from Tricky, Nikki, Tricky, Dicky. Now, do those sound like the words of a man whose brain is firing on all cylinders? Do those sound like the words, not just the Nikki, Tricky, Dicky, look, I can rhyme, I'm like Dr. Seuss. And then his rant about Rush Limbaugh, where he got off onto that tangent. Do those sound like the rantings of a person whose brain is fully functional? The answer is no. You cannot. If you are being honest with yourself, you cannot listen to what I just read word for word from Donald Trump's mouth and tell me that this guy is all there. He is definitely not. But he swears he is. I mean, these rantings right here go ahead and indicate to us that he's not even intelligent enough to come up with the idea to intentionally say things wrong, to get the media to say that he's wrong so he can come back later and be like, haha, I was just kidding. Like, he is not that clever. He is not that smart. Nobody on his team is that smart. He screws up because he forgets. He screws up because he is a screw up. But he'll never admit it. So what he's doing is he's brainwashing his cult further. He is incapable of telling the truth that he made a mistake. But luckily for him, his cult is incapable of believing the truth. So when he tells them he did this on purpose, every person in that crowd is going to believe him. Our sponsor today is Uplift Desk, creators of office furniture designed to help you work better and live healthier. If you sit all day long while you work and you've never tried a desk that can transition between sitting and standing, it's an absolute game changer. Studies have shown that using a standing desk can increase your energy, improve your mood and focus, boost productivity, and even lower your risk of disease. Build your dream desk by choosing from over 100 desktop choices and hundreds of desk accessories. And if you're planning on making the move this year to a desk that can transition between sitting and standing, then Uplift is the brand to pick. The Uplift standing desk has been chosen as Wirecutter's best standing desk for the past 4 years. You can choose 3 free desk accessories with the purchase of your standing desk. And Uplift is more than just standing desks. They offer many other office furniture solutions, including conference and training tables, lounge furniture, office storage, acoustics, and seating. They let you build your custom dream desk by choosing from over 100 desktop choices and hundreds of accessories. The possibilities really are endless, and the products are absolutely top of the line. They also have free shipping and free returns with free shipping and an industry-leading 15-year warranty. Now, I recently made the switch to Uplift for my home studio, and I absolutely love it. It gives me the freedom to record while sitting down and then stand up when I'm off camera to avoid staying in the same position for too long. I also got a few file cabinets that match the desk to store all of my extra equipment so that my office is less cluttered and more functional. And being able to transition between sitting and standing gives me a whole new way to present videos if I choose to do so. And it really is as simple as pressing a button to make the desk go up or down. My Uplift desk is sturdy, and assembly was a breeze. My wife and I were able to assemble the desk and filing cabinets in no time at all. So if you're ready to make the switch to a desk that can transition between sitting and standing, head to upliftdesk.com/ROF and use code ROF at checkout to get 5% off your order. That's upliftdesk.com/ROF, or click the link in the video description below and use the code ROF at checkout to get 5% off your order.